All right, welcome back. So today we're going to work on creating a list in Python and then populating that list just with some numbers, nothing too complicated. And you can populate lists with other things. We're just going to happen to use numbers for this. So the thing with a list in Python, and most programming languages kind of use a similar structure. Let's first name it. We're going to call it numbers, okay? And we're going to, kind of like declaring a variable. We have the assignment operator here, so we're going to say numbers is assigned something, right? Assigned a value. But what we're going to do in this case is we're going to use these brackets right here. And what this means is for Python is it's going to reserve some memory locations and allow us to store information there. And to populate that list, you can do this a couple different ways. You could populate that list if I wanted to. We could just say 10, 12, not 8, 7, something like that. And then I could go down here and I could just say I want to print my numbers. And when I do that, I can just print the numbers. Okay, pretty simple. I can do it that way. But if I want instead to have someone ask them a question and then have them populate it that way, like whatever they enter is going to go into that list, what we're going to do is we're going to name this. So we're going to say numbers, and we're going to say append. So in Python, what append is basically changing the list or adding to the list for us. So now we're going to do int, and because we're going to do an integer, we're going to take an input, and yeah, there's a lot of brackets here, and I will say it's very important to check your brackets here and make sure that these are all kind of lined up, which these are. That should work. I'm just going to do one of these first and see if this works. And so we'll do 5. And there's our list right there. Our list does only have 1, okay? So now let's go ahead and we're going to add more. Now the nice thing about this is I don't really need to do much with this. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm just going to paste several of them on there. And what Python will do, in every programming language, when you're doing a list or an array or anything like that, where you're taking some memory locations and you're adding information to them and it's storing them there, is as you do this, it'll just keep adding them and it'll just keep sliding them in one right after the other. And so if I run this, I'm gonna just go ahead and we'll do 5 and 8 and 1. How many do I have? 3. I have 7 of them. Okay, shouldn't have done 8 again, but that's okay. And 3. So there's our list, and it should follow the same structure. So what happens is this is the first location in our list, and we'll talk more about that when we actually start accessing our lists. But this is our first location. When you actually want to print a specific location in your list, then you're not going to actually put 1, you're going to do something else. But we'll talk about that in a later video. For this one, we are just populating our list and printing our list. But you'll see that this is 5, and then it will add another spot and do 8, and then 1, and then 8, and then 9, and then 6, and then 3. Okay? So that is our list. And when we run this, and we can do different things with our list, which we'll talk about in later videos. But this is kind of how you can populate a list using input. Again, you could also just enter them up here, and it would put them in the list the same. It's not, you can do it either way. But this is one way that you can have, be more user-friendly with your program, right? You're going to actually have them enter the numbers or the words that are going to be in your list or whatever information you're going to store in there. Okay? All right, hopefully this helps you with lists. Obviously, this is a really important thing right here. This right here when you say numbers and you're assigning a list value. Okay? Sorry about that. Just to make sure I'm clear. All right, hopefully this helps you. And good luck on your coding.